It's time to stop doubting. Time to step fully into what you were born to do. What if I told you that your years in the wilderness, the struggles, the delays, the unanswered prayers, were just the setup for a harvest so massive it's about to overwhelm you? Pause right now. This message isn't random. It's a divine interruption from God, declaring that your season of lack is over, and your wealth is being accelerated faster than you ever imagined. This isn't for the faint-hearted. If you're one of God's chosen in the wilderness, this word is your wake-up call. Your harvest is coming, and it's coming now. Feel the urgency in your spirit. God is positioning you for a breakthrough that will turn your waiting into immediate abundance. No more wandering aimlessly. This is the moment God is pulling you out of stagnation and into the wealth He has prepared. Imagine the chains of delay breaking right now as God's timing accelerates your every step toward prosperity. You're not alone in this. Thousands are experiencing this divine shift, and it's your turn to claim it. Let this truth sink in. The wilderness was never meant to define you, but to refine you for the wealth ahead. Right here, right now, God is interrupting your routine to say, your harvest is accelerated, step into it. You are not defined by the wilderness you've walked through. You are God's chosen vessel, hand-picked to transition into unprecedented wealth and abundance. The enemy has used your struggles to make you question your worth, but every trial was God's way of refining you for this accelerated harvest. As the Bible declares in Deuteronomy 8:2-3, remember how the Lord your God led you to humble you and test you, to do you good in the end. Your wilderness experiences have built a foundation of resilience, preparing you for the wealth that's rushing toward you. Embrace your spiritual identity. You are worthy of God's best, and He's ready to pour it out abundantly. No matter how exhausted you feel, know that these hardships have equipped you for the overflow coming your way. God sees you as His masterpiece, forged in the fire of trials, now ready to shine in seasons of wealth. Let go of the doubts. Your story is one of victory, where wilderness leads straight to God's accelerated blessings. You are chosen for this moment, where past pains transform into platforms for prosperity. Stand tall in your divine identity. The wilderness was just the prelude to your wealth-filled destiny. Here's the powerful truth God wants you to grasp today. He is accelerating your harvest. What took years in the wilderness will manifest as wealth in moments, because God's timing is not bound by human delays. In your wilderness, you've sown seeds of faith, perseverance, and obedience. Now, God is supernaturally multiplying them. This isn't just about financial breakthrough. It's about every area of your life overflowing with abundance. The Bible confirms this in Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. But here's the revelation. God is advancing that proper time for you right now, speeding up your rewards. Expect sudden shifts. What seemed impossible is becoming possible through God's accelerated plan. Your faith isn't in vain. It's the key that unlocks this rapid harvest in your life. God is turning the tables, making your wilderness a launchpad for wealth beyond your dreams. Embrace this core message. Acceleration is God's gift to you, pulling you from lack into lavish overflow. First, understand that your wilderness wasn't wasted. It's the fertile soil where your wealth begins to grow. As Hosea 2, 14:15 says, God brings you into the wilderness to speak comfortably to you, turning it into a place of singing and abundance. Start by reflecting on your past struggles and journaling how they've built your faith. Then declare daily that these experiences are now launching you into wealth and prosperity. If you're feeling worn out from the weight, know that God is using that pain to strengthen you. Every trial in the wilderness has planted seeds that are ready to bloom into your accelerated harvest. Don't overlook the lessons learned. They're the foundation for the wealth God is accelerating. Turn your focus from what was lost to what is gained through this divine preparation. Your wilderness foundation is solid, ready to support the weight of the blessings coming your way. Embrace it fully. This is where your true wealth story begins. Number 2, your faithful sowing in the wilderness is what triggers God's acceleration. Don't stop now. As 2 Corinthians 9:6 teaches, whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Take action today by giving even in small ways, whether it's tithing, helping others, or investing in your dreams. Watch God multiply it back to you faster than expected, accelerating your harvest. You felt the uncertainty of the wilderness, but your acts of faith are breaking through the soil. Keep sowing. Each act of obedience is a step closer to the wealth God has in store. Your faith amid uncertainty is the catalyst for this divine acceleration. Don't hold back. Sow generously and see the rapid reaping in your life. This sowing season is ending with a bang, ushering in your accelerated abundance. Trust that every seed you've planted is about to yield a supernatural return. Third, open your eyes to the signs. God is already speeding up your harvest, and it's showing up in unexpected ways. As Joel 2:25 promises, God will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten, restoring and accelerating your losses. Pay attention to small breakthroughs like sudden opportunities or financial shifts. Respond by stepping out in faith and saying yes to the doors God is opening. If doubt has clouded your vision, let this truth lift you and restore your hope. The wilderness tried to steal your hope, but God's acceleration is flooding your life with wealth and joy. Look for signs everywhere. They're indicators of the harvest rushing toward you. These signs are God's way of confirming that your breakthrough is near. Don't miss them. They're the breadcrumbs leading to your accelerated wealth. Embrace the signs as divine assurances of the prosperity ahead. Finally, as your harvest accelerates, harvest with gratitude. It's the key to sustaining the wealth God is pouring out. As Psalm 107:1 urges, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Make it a habit to thank God daily for the wealth coming your way. Use your resources to bless others, creating a cycle of accelerated favor. After the isolation of the wilderness, this gratitude will heal your heart and transform your story. Right now, I challenge you to declare aloud, God, accelerate my harvest from wilderness to wealth. Comment harvest now below and share one area of your life where you need breakthrough. Let's activate this together in faith. Take a moment to pray, asking God to reveal the seeds you've sown and how He's accelerating them. Don't wait. Your obedience today unlocks the wealth tomorrow. Step into action. Faith without works is dead, so move now to claim your accelerated harvest. Imagine doors of opportunity swinging wide open, financial blessings raining down like manna from heaven. Picture every area of your life, health, relationships, career, overflowing with God's favor. This is your future glory as promised in Malachi 3:10. Test me in this and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven. Envision wealth pouring out so abundantly that there's not enough room to store it. See yourself thriving, free from the chains of the wilderness, walking in total breakthrough. Your rewards are coming. God is preparing a table of abundance in the presence of your enemies. Feel the excitement of a life where lack is replaced by lavish provision. This vision is not a dream. It's your God-ordained destiny unfolding rapidly. Hold on to this picture. It's the blueprint of your accelerated harvest. Let this future glory motivate you to press on through any remaining challenges. You are not stuck in the wilderness. You are God's chosen one, destined for wealth. His promises to accelerate your harvest are unbreakable. Trust in them fully. As you reflect on this message, keep trusting in God's perfect timing. Your breakthrough is not just coming, it's here, ready to unfold in ways that will leave you in awe. Remember, every step you've taken in faith has led to this moment of acceleration. Hold your head high. You are part of God's grand story of redemption and abundance. Let this encouragement fuel your spirit as you move forward into wealth. God's plan for you is flawless, turning your wilderness into a testimony of His power. Stay encouraged. The best is yet to come, and it's arriving faster than you think. Reaffirm your divine calling. You were made for more, and that more is here now. In the quiet moments, remind yourself that God is with you, accelerating every good thing. Let go of fear. Embrace the wealth that's being released into your life. Your journey from wilderness to wealth is a divine adventure, full of surprises and blessings. Keep declaring victory. Your words have power to align with God's acceleration. Surround yourself with reminders of God's promises like scriptures and affirmations. As you end this reflection, feel a fresh wave of hope washing over you. God is not done with you. He's just getting started on your harvest. Trust that every delay was purposeful, leading to this accelerated season. Walk in confidence. You are chosen, favored, and richly blessed. Let this be the turning point where your faith becomes sight. Remember the words, from wilderness to wealth, God's acceleration is your reality. Hold on to faith as your anchor. It's carrying you into abundance. Your story inspires others. Share it boldly as you step into your wealth. God's timing is perfect, and for you it's now. Embrace it fully. Finally, rest in the knowledge that you are loved, chosen, and on the brink of overflow. In the shadowed valleys of your wilderness, seeds of faith lay dormant, waiting for the divine wind to stir them into explosive growth. Picture the barren landscape transforming under golden rays, where every hardship becomes the fertile ground for your impending wealth. God's hand sweeps across the horizon, accelerating the cycle of seasons so your long-sown efforts burst forth in abundant harvest. Like a river breaking its banks after a storm, your stored-up blessings rush toward you, unstoppable and overflowing. The wilderness whispers secrets of endurance, revealing how each trial was a chisel shaping you for riches beyond measure. Boldly claim your inheritance. The Almighty has decreed that your waiting ends now, ushering in waves of prosperity. Amid the echoes of past struggles, a symphony of divine favor rises, composing a melody of accelerated breakthroughs. Envision ancient oaks sprouting from desert sands, symbolizing how God turns your desolation into domains of wealth. In the quiet aftermath of trials, God's voice thunders. Your harvest accelerates, defying the slow pace of human time. Poetically, your life unfolds as a tapestry woven with threads of hardship and gold, where wilderness threads lead to wealth's embrace. Stand firm in your divine selection, for you are the one God has chosen to witness miracles of rapid abundance. Through the fire of challenges, your spirit emerges refined, ready to receive the wealth that the wilderness prepared you for. God's eternal plan unfolds like a scroll, affirming that every tear in the desert waters the seeds of your future fortune. In the mirror of Scripture, see yourself as more than a survivor, God's masterpiece, destined for accelerated overflow. Boldly declare, the wilderness was not your end, but the forge where your resilience was tempered for coming prosperity. Like stars piercing the night sky, your trials illuminate the path to wealth, guided by God's unerring hand. Poetically, your story arcs from shadow to splendor, each chapter of struggle scripting the glory of your harvest. The divine architect designs your life, using wilderness blocks to build a mansion of blessings, accelerated and vast. In the heart of isolation, God's whisper affirms, you are worthy, chosen, and on the brink of wealth's revelation. Envision the chains of delay shattering, as God's acceleration propels you from scarcity to surplus in an instant. God's truth resounds. Your identity is not in the wilderness, but in the wealth He has already assigned to you. Like a phoenix rising from ashes, your spirit soars, transformed by trials into a beacon of divine abundance. Boldly step into your calling, for the wilderness was merely the prelude to the symphony of riches playing now. In poetic rhythm, your past pains dissolve into the dawn of prosperity, orchestrated by the Creator's perfect timing. The Scriptures echo your name, affirming that God's chosen ones emerge from the wild to claim their accelerated harvest. God's revelation pierces the veil. He is accelerating your harvest, turning years of sowing into moments of reaping. In the garden of your life, seeds planted in faith now sprout with supernatural speed, yielding fruits of wealth. Boldly proclaim, God's timing overrides delays, fast-tracking your blessings from hidden to manifest glory. Like a sudden storm nourishing parched earth, divine intervention waters your efforts, birthing an abundant yield. Poetically, time bends at God's command, compressing eras of waiting into a single, explosive season of prosperity. Envision your prayers ascending like arrows, striking the heavens to unlock vaults of accelerated favor. The core truth unfolds. What was sown in obscurity now races toward fruition, defying natural laws by divine decree. In every area of existence, God's acceleration multiplies your investments, turning whispers of hope into shouts of abundance. Boldly grasp this principle. Persistence in faith activates God's speed, transforming wilderness woes into wealth wonders. Like rivers converging into an ocean, your efforts merge with God's power, creating an unstoppable flow of blessings. Poetically, the winds of change carry your harvest on swift wings, from the depths of struggle to peaks of plenty. God's word stands firm. Do not weary, for your reaping time is now accelerated, bringing forth overflow in every realm. In the tapestry of life, threads of obedience weave patterns of rapid prosperity, illuminated by scriptural promises. Envision barriers dissolving as God's hand propels your seeds to maturity, faster than the blink of an eye. First, embrace the wilderness as your foundation, where every trial dug deep roots for the wealth now surging upward. In Hosea's vision, God allures you to the wilderness not for punishment, but to speak tenderly and launch your abundance. Reflect on past struggles, journaling them as stepping stones that propel you into accelerated financial and spiritual riches. Poetically, your hardships bloom like desert flowers after rain, each one a petal in the bouquet of your harvest. Boldly declare daily, these experiences were divine preparation, now catapulting me into realms of overflowing wealth. If exhaustion weighs on you, know that God transforms that weariness into strength, fueling your accelerated breakthrough. Like a builder laying a strong base, your wilderness trials solidify the foundation for the mansion of prosperity ahead. In the quiet of reflection, see how humility and testing in the wild have primed you for God's extravagant rewards. Number 2, your faithful sowing amid uncertainty ignites God's acceleration, turning every act into a catalyst for wealth. From 2 Corinthians, remember, bountiful sowing yields bountiful reaping, and God is hastening that return for you now. Take action today. Tithe, give, invest in dreams, and watch as God multiplies it back with exponential speed and favor. Poetically, your seeds of faith pierce the soil of doubt, sprouting into forests of abundance under God's swift hand. Boldly persist. Even in uncertainty, your giving creates ripples that God amplifies into waves of accelerated harvest. The uncertainty felt like a fog, but your faith cuts through, revealing paths to wealth illuminated by divine light. Like a farmer trusting the unseen growth, your obedience in sowing triggers God's rush to bring forth the crop. Third, recognize the signs of acceleration, subtle shifts that herald God's fast-tracked restoration in your life. As Joel promises, God repays the years lost to locusts, accelerating your recovery with sudden, unexpected breakthroughs. Pay attention to small wins, opportunities knocking, financial winds shifting, and step boldly through those doors. Poetically, signs emerge like stars at dusk, guiding you from wilderness shadows to the dawn of prosperous days. Boldly open your eyes. These indicators are God's signals, propelling you into wealth with urgent, divine momentum. If doubt has dimmed your sight, let these signs reignite your hope, flooding your world with joy and abundance. Like whispers turning to roars, the signs grow louder, confirming God's acceleration in every corner of your existence. In the tapestry of daily life, threads of breakthrough weave together, forming a picture of rapid, God-orchestrated wealth. Finally, harvest with gratitude and obedience, for thankfulness sustains the flow of accelerated blessings pouring in. From Psalm 107, give thanks to the Lord, whose enduring love ensures your wealth multiplies and endures forever. Make it a ritual. Thank God daily for incoming riches and use your resources to bless others, perpetuating favor. Poetically, gratitude is the key that unlocks eternal gates, turning your harvest into a river of unending provision. Boldly commit. As you obey and give thanks, God rewards with layers of wealth that echo through generations. After wilderness isolation, let gratitude heal and overflow, transforming survival into a legacy of abundant life. Like a wellspring bubbling forth, your thankful heart draws more from God's storehouse, accelerating the cycle of blessing. In the dance of obedience and thanks, your story shifts from scarcity to surplus, orchestrated by divine grace. Prophetic signs awaken in your dreams, visions of lush fields where once there was barrenness, signaling wealth's approach. God's mystical forces align like celestial bodies converging to propel your harvest from hidden seeds to visible glory. Poetically, the unseen winds of the Spirit carry whispers of abundance, turning your wilderness into a paradise reclaimed. Boldly sense the shift. Financial insights drop like manna, orchestrated by heavenly powers for your accelerated gain. In natural phenomena, see God's hand, storms clearing to reveal rainbows of promise, hastening your path to wealth. Like ancient prophets foretold, your life echoes with signs of divine acceleration, where struggles yield to sudden favor. The energy of heaven surges through you, breaking chains of delay and launching you into realms of multiplied blessings. Envision spiritual alignments as keys turning locks, unlocking doors to wealth that the wilderness tried to conceal. Poetically, your soul resonates with the frequency of abundance, drawing God's accelerated harvest like a magnet. Boldly step into this prophetic realm. The forces at work are eternal, fast-tracking your destiny from lack to luxury. Right now, declare with urgency, God, accelerate my harvest from wilderness to wealth and let it manifest today. Take this challenge. Pray fervently, asking God to reveal and multiply the seeds you've sown in faith. Poetically, let your words rise as arrows of fire, piercing the heavens to ignite your breakthrough immediately. Boldly comment below, "Harvest now," and share your need. Together, we activate God's swift response in unity. Don't delay. Obedience today unlocks tomorrow's wealth as you align with the divine acceleration meant for you. In this moment, envision your actions as sparks igniting a blaze of prosperity, fueled by God's urgent call. Like a runner at the starting line, surge forward in faith, embracing the steps that propel your harvest. Picture a vivid future. Doors of opportunity fling open, showering you with financial rains that never cease. In restored relationships and spiritual fulfillment, see the rewards of God's acceleration where lack turns to lavishness. Boldly affirm, as in Malachi's promise, God opens heaven's floodgates, pouring blessings that overflow your capacity. Envision health blooming like spring flowers, careers soaring like eagles, and every dream materializing in abundance. Poetically, your life becomes a canvas of glory, painted with strokes of prosperity from God's accelerated brush. Like rivers filling parched lands, your breakthroughs flood in, restoring what the wilderness stole and more. In biblical echoes, claim the abundance promised, where God's favor multiplies your efforts into exponential wealth. Boldly step into this vision. Every area overflows from finances to joy as God's plan unfolds in splendor. The future glory awaits, a tapestry of wealth woven with threads of your faithfulness and God's swift hand. Remember your divine identity. You are chosen, not for the wilderness, but for the wealth God accelerates now. In poetic reflection, your journey from struggle to surplus is a testament to God's unbreakable promises. Boldly trust. The acceleration is in motion, turning your story into one of awe-inspiring breakthrough. As you move forward, hold fast to faith, knowing that God's timing brings rewards beyond your wildest dreams. Envision the wilderness fading like a distant shadow, replaced by the light of perpetual prosperity. Like a seed bursting through soil, your spirit rises, empowered by the harvest God has hastened for you. In the quiet of reflection, affirm, I am God's vessel destined for wealth, and my breakthrough is here. Poetically, the echoes of your trials fade into the chorus of abundance, a symphony composed by divine love. Boldly embrace this truth. Your wilderness was the path, but wealth is your destination, accelerated by God. In the depths of your wilderness, every struggle has been a divine setup for an unprecedented harvest. The years of waiting were not in vain. They forged the path to the wealth God is now accelerating. Picture the barren lands of your past transforming into fields ripe with abundance. God's timing intervenes precisely when doubt creeps in, declaring your season of lack is over. Every unanswered prayer in the wilderness becomes a catalyst for accelerated blessings. The wilderness tested your faith, but now it serves as the foundation for overflowing wealth. Reflect on the moments of isolation. They were God's way of preparing you for this breakthrough. Your story shifts from survival to triumph as God's acceleration takes hold. In the quiet of your struggles, seeds of faith were sown, ready for God's rapid multiplication. The divine interruption you feel now signals the end of delays and the start of your harvest. You stand at the threshold, chosen to witness wealth pouring in like a sudden storm. Every trial in the wilderness refined your spirit, making you ready for this accelerated favor. God's plan unfolds, turning what was lost into a legacy of abundance. The wilderness was your training ground, building resilience for the wealth ahead. Declare boldly that the chains of stagnation break as God's acceleration begins. In your journey, every setback was a setup for a comeback of epic proportions. The Bible echoes this truth. Your wilderness walk leads to a promised land of wealth. God's hand moves swiftly, accelerating the harvest you thought was years away. Reflect on the seeds you've planted in faith. They bloom now under divine speed. Your identity as God's chosen one emerges from the wilderness, crowned with prosperity. The enemy tried to define you by your struggles, but God redefines you with wealth. Picture the moment when your patience turns into an avalanche of blessings. God's acceleration means what took decades now manifests in days. In the heart of your trials, God's whisper promises a harvest beyond imagination. The wilderness ends not with a whisper, but with a roar of abundant provision. You are not forgotten. God's timing accelerates your every dream into reality. Every tear in the wilderness waters the soil for a harvest of joy and wealth. The truth stands firm. God is speeding up your breakthrough for His glory. In your story, the wilderness chapter closes with a divine exclamation of wealth. God's plan for you is acceleration, turning ashes into beauty swiftly. Reflect on how your faith, tested in the wild, now propels you into wealth. The core message resonates. Your harvest is being accelerated by divine intervention. In the wilderness, you sowed obedience. Now God multiplies it exponentially. God's acceleration defies human timelines, bringing wealth in unexpected ways. Picture your life as a field where seeds burst forth overnight through God's power. The Bible affirms, at the proper time you reap, and that time is now accelerated. Your wilderness experiences were seeds of perseverance blooming into wealth. God declares, What was delayed is now fast-tracked for your good. In this season, every act of faith triggers a wave of accelerated abundance. The truth unfolds. God's acceleration turns your waiting into immediate gain. Reflect on the foundation of your wilderness. It was fertile soil for wealth. First, embrace that your struggles built the base for this rapid harvest. In Hosea, God allures into the wilderness to speak comfort, leading to singing and wealth. Your past pains now launch you into prosperity. Declare it daily. Every trial strengthened you, turning tears into testimonies of abundance. The wilderness wasn't wasted. It prepared you for accelerated favor. Picture your hardships as the roots that now support towering trees of wealth. Sowing in faith amid uncertainty triggers God's mighty acceleration. As in 2 Corinthians, bountiful sowing reaps bountifully, and yours is speeding up. Take action. Give generously today and watch God's multiplication unfold quickly. Your faithful acts in the wild bring peace as your reaping season arrives. Uncertainty fades as your seeds break through, accelerated by divine hands. In your journey, faith sown in doubt now yields a harvest of certainty. Recognize the signs. Small breakthroughs signal God's fast-tracked wealth. From Joel, God repays the years lost, accelerating restoration in your life. Pay attention. Sudden opportunities are doors God opens wide for you. Doubt clears as hope floods in, restoring joy through accelerated abundance. Your vision sharpens. The wilderness tried to steal hope, but God restores it now. Picture breakthroughs multiplying, turning lack into overflow swiftly. Harvest with gratitude, sustaining the wealth pouring from God's hands. As in Psalm 107, giving thanks ensures enduring abundance in your life. Make it a habit. Thank God daily and use your resources to bless others. After isolation, gratitude heals, transforming your story into one of overflow. Your obedience unlocks unending provision, accelerated and abundant. In the mystical realm, signs emerge. Dreams of abundance signal God's work. Prophetic imagery shows sudden financial insights as harbingers of wealth. You may encounter divinely orchestrated events, speeding your harvest along. Spiritual shifts align, propelling you from barrenness to overflowing fields. Picture heavenly forces fast-tracking your path, as God did for the Israelites. The unseen moves. God's acceleration turns wilderness into highways of wealth. In this prophetic moment, your life aligns with divine timing for breakthrough. Call to action. Declare aloud that God accelerates your harvest now. Right now, pray for revelation of the seeds you've sown and their quick growth. Don't wait. Your obedience today activates wealth tomorrow. Take the challenge. Comment your breakthrough area and step out in faith. In faith, activate your harvest by sharing this message with others. Your spiritual challenge. Embrace action that aligns with God's accelerated plan. Vision of reward. Doors of opportunity swing open, flooding your life with favor. Picture financial blessings raining down, restoring every area of your existence. In Malachi, God promises to pour out blessings until there's no room to store them. Your future glory includes health, relationships, and career in abundant overflow. Imagine the wealth manifesting, turning dreams into tangible reality swiftly. God's acceleration brings prosperity that overflows into every corner of your life. In this vision, your wilderness fades, replaced by endless fields of harvest. Breakthrough awaits. God's promises manifest in explosive abundance. Ending affirmation. You are God's chosen, destined for wealth beyond measure. Remember, your divine identity shines through, unbreakable in God's plan. Trust in the acceleration. Your breakthrough is here, unfolding in awe. Reflect on this journey. From wilderness to wealth, God's timing is perfect. Your story is one of victory as God's promises accelerate into reality. In the end, faith sustains you, leading to a harvest that leaves you in wonder. God's encouragement. Hold fast, for your wealth is accelerating even now. You are not alone. Divine forces propel you forward with unstoppable momentum. Picture the glory ahead, a life of abundance secured by God's faithful hand. Reaffirm your calling, chosen for wealth, refined in the wilderness for this moment. Trust deepens as you see God's acceleration in every aspect of your life. In reflection, every step in the wild was a step toward this glorious wealth. God's plan is clear. Acceleration brings your harvest to fruition swiftly. Your spiritual encouragement. Persevere, for the reward is at hand. Ending with hope. God's unbreakable promises turn your wilderness into wealth. Remember your worth, chosen and accelerated for a purpose greater than trials. In this affirmation, embrace the truth that your harvest is divinely sped up. Reflect on the journey. It ends in glory, with wealth pouring from heaven. God's final word. Trust in the acceleration and watch your life transform. You are empowered, stepping from wilderness into the wealth God ordained. God never wastes pain. Every trial in your wilderness is a seed sprouting into unforeseen wealth. There comes a moment when the hidden struggles align with divine purpose, accelerating your harvest beyond measure. In the depths of isolation, divine forces are stirring, transforming barren seasons into rivers of abundance. Your endurance through unseen battles marks the dawn of accelerated blessings, where lack turns to overflow. Every setback in the wilderness serves as a catalyst, propelling you toward a wealth that defies human timing. The echoes of your prayers in the void are now echoing back as breakthroughs, ordained by eternal design. Hidden within your hardships lies the blueprint for prosperity, where God's hand accelerates the impossible. A shift is underway. What felt like endless delay is now the prelude to your explosive harvest. Your story of survival is morphing into a saga of triumph, as divine acceleration overrides earthly delays. In the quiet of your struggles, God forges strength that catapults you into realms of unprecedented favor. The wilderness whispers secrets of wealth, revealing that every tear sown yields a harvest of joy. Divine timing awakens. Your long wait is the setup for a sudden surge of blessings pouring forth. No pain is purposeless. It's the forge where your spirit is tempered for the wealth rushing toward you. A divine summons rises from the ashes of your trials, calling forth the wealth stored up in heaven. Your wilderness walk was never in vain. It's the path God used to position you for accelerated overflow. You are crafted for greatness. The fires of adversity have sculpted you into a vessel of divine wealth. In God's eyes, your identity shines as one destined for abundance, rising from the wilderness refined. Every doubt cast upon you in the shadows only highlights the light of your chosen path to prosperity. The trials you've faced are badges of honor, marking you as ready for the wealth God is unveiling. You stand as a beacon of resilience, where past hardships become the foundation for future riches. God's selection of you ensures that wilderness woes transform into waves of wealth and restoration. Your spirit, tested in the wild, emerges unbreakable, poised to claim the harvest accelerating now. Doubt no longer defines you. Embrace your role as a harvester in God's grand design of abundance. The essence of your being is tied to divine promise, turning wilderness lessons into lifelong wealth. You are the embodiment of faith's reward, where every struggle propels you toward exponential gain. In the mirror of adversity, see the reflection of a conqueror, destined for accelerated blessings. Your identity, forged in fire, radiates as a testament to the wealth God is fast-tracking to you. No longer a wanderer, you are a chosen heir with wilderness experiences unlocking doors of plenty. The core of your spirit is aligned with heaven's riches, making your harvest arrive ahead of time. You possess an unbreakable link to divine favor, where past pains pave the way for present wealth. The core truth emerges. God's acceleration is dismantling delays, ushering in your season of wealth. In this revelation, your wilderness fades as God propels your efforts into immediate abundance. Divine speed overtakes stagnation. What was sown in tears is reaped in triumphant overflow. God's principle of harvest acceleration means your faithful steps are met with sudden fruition. This spiritual law declares that no seed in the wild goes unmultiplied. Wealth is your inheritance. The essence of acceleration lies in God's promise. Your wilderness sowing yields rapid, rich rewards. Unveiling now, the wait in the desert was preparation for a harvest exploding into view. God's timing defies logic. He's fast-forwarding your blessings from hidden seeds to visible wealth. In the heart of faith, acceleration awakens, turning every planted effort into overflowing provision. This truth stands firm. God's hand is quickening your path, transforming lack into lavish supply. Your harvest isn't distant. Divine forces are compressing time, delivering wealth at your doorstep. The revelation deepens. Every act of obedience in the wild triggers an avalanche of accelerated good. God's acceleration blueprint ensures that your perseverance shortcuts the journey to abundance. In this moment, grasp that your wilderness narrative flips to one of rapid, resplendent gain. The core message resonates. God's speed is upon you, turning ashes into assets of eternal value. First, recognize that your wilderness forms the bedrock. It's the groundwork for wealth's foundation. In this subpoint, every hardship plants roots deep, ready to support the towering harvest ahead. Your past struggles cultivate soil rich with potential, where acceleration brings forth hidden treasures. Embracing this, you see trials as essential builders, crafting the structure for incoming prosperity. The wilderness, once a burden, now stands as the essential base, fueling your accelerated rise. Here, pain becomes the pillar. It steadies you for the wealth God's timing is rushing toward. Acknowledge that every desert moment strengthens the core, preparing for abundance's swift arrival. In reflection, your wilderness experiences solidify the ground, making way for wealth's explosion. This foundation truth, the wild's challenges are the very elements accelerating your destined wealth. Moving forward, treat your past as the vital underlayer from which harvest springs forth rapidly. Second, your acts of faith in uncertainty ignite the spark. They propel God's multiplication. In this phase, sowing boldly amid doubts triggers the engine of divine acceleration. Every seed of trust you plant in the shadows multiplies swiftly, drawing wealth closer. Faith's persistence in the unknown becomes the catalyst, hastening your harvest's full bloom. Here, your unwavering steps in vagueness summon rapid returns, turning faith into tangible gain. Recognize that faithful sowing defies the dark, inviting God's speed to deliver abundant rewards. In this subpoint, each act of belief accelerates the process, transforming seeds into surplus. Your investments of faith, though unseen, are the keys unlocking accelerated wealth flows. Persist in sowing. It's the force that compresses time, bringing harvest to your hands now. Finally, in this area, faith's seeds in the fog are the harbingers of wealth's imminent surge. Third, tune into the indicators. Subtle shifts signal that acceleration is already in motion. In this subpoint, emerging opportunities whisper of God's hand speeding up your destined wealth. Watch for the signs. Sudden insights reveal the harvest accelerating beyond your expectations. These markers, like dawn breaking, indicate wealth's rapid approach from the wilderness shadows. Pay heed. Every minor victory is a beacon, heralding the full force of divine acceleration. In recognizing these, you align with the flow, where small sparks ignite massive wealth waves. The signs around you confirm it. God's speed is turning whispers into roars of abundance. Attune your senses. These harbingers are the prelude to wealth overwhelming your current view. Here, every detected shift affirms that acceleration is not future, it's unfolding now. Embrace these signals. They are the compass guiding you straight to accelerated prosperity. Mystical forces align. Prophetic visions of abundance signal the wealth rushing toward you. In this realm, dreams of overflowing riches emerge as harbingers of God's accelerated plan. Spiritual energies converge, turning the wilderness into a conduit for sudden, profound wealth. Prophetic imagery unfolds. Encounters feel orchestrated, propelling your harvest into view. Here, unseen powers stir, aligning stars to fast-track your transition from lack to lavishness. Mystical signs appear. They whisper of wealth's acceleration, hidden yet powerfully present. In this prophetic layer, divine alignments shift energies, making your wilderness yield instantly. Visions of plenty manifest. They are the mystical keys unlocking accelerated doors of fortune. Spiritual forces weave together, crafting a tapestry where wealth emerges from the ethereal. Here, the mystical calls forth. It's the bridge from your struggles to supernaturally sped gains. Now act on this truth. Declare your harvest aloud, activating God's acceleration in your life. In this call, step out boldly. Pray for the seeds you've sown to multiply swiftly and surely. Urgently commit to daily declarations. Let them ignite the fire of wealth in your reality. Respond now. Share your breakthrough needs, joining others in faith to unleash divine speed. Take the step. Obedience today bridges the gap, bringing accelerated wealth to your doorstep. In this moment, challenge yourself. Align actions with faith and watch harvest accelerate. Act swiftly. Let your prayers and steps echo the call for immediate, abundant provision. Engage fully. This is your invitation to propel from wilderness to wealth through faithful deeds. Now make the move, declare and pursue, and feel the rush of God's accelerated favor. In this call to action, ignite your path. Let every choice hasten the wealth meant for you. Envision it, Doors of opportunity fling open, flooding your life with wealth's radiant glow. In this vision, relationships mend and prosper as accelerated blessings restore every area. Picture the scene. Financial streams flow freely, turning dreams into tangible, overflowing reality. Here, breakthrough arrives, health and career soar, wrapped in the mantle of divine abundance. See it clearly, your future gleams with reward where acceleration brings unending prosperity. As we close, hold firm. You are divinely selected with wealth's acceleration as your destiny. Remember this, trust in the plan unfolding where every step leads to promised overflow. In final encouragement, stand tall. Your wilderness is behind and wealth is your new dawn. Affirm it now. God's timing is flawless, propelling you into realms of accelerated grace. Enduring truth, embrace the journey. Your harvest is not just near, it's here in full force.